to see if you could be on Wednesday. Good morning. Oh my, turn it off. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Those who are not quite sure, those who think they're sure, but were sure last week, but now are sure this week, or those that are just purely Martin sure. Oh yes. How are you people? It is, of course, another edition of the Funky Flyer. The Wednesday Funky Flyer, that is. And, well, look at this brightness. Yesterday we had 15 degrees. 15 degrees! It was wicked. I actually woke up. Felt like I woke up from like the deepest ever sleep. And, wow. So the weather's on the turn. It could be spring. Could be in there. Spring is in the air. No, it's love is in the air. Yeah. Right, so what's going down on Soul City Grooves? What's going down on Funk Odyssey? Well, very exciting. I got a brand new promo jingle made for me, which was awesome. That basically explains what the 3 shows I do, and I'll be airing that for the first time tonight. You might have heard it around. It is, it's on. I uploaded it to SoundCloud, but it is awesome. It's fantastic. So thank you to Jonathan from RPC for that. It's absolutely fantastic. And what else is there to do? Yes, I'm going to do that now. Okay, so about tonight's show, before I tell you what's going down on Soul City Grooves. So, I had an overwhelming feeling from the party I DJ'd at a couple of weeks ago. It was Julia Moulton's 40th birthday, arranged by the lovely Gavin. Wonderful family. And their friends, and basically they invited me to DJ. I did my thing, and you know, we all had an absolutely cracking time. Even I had a great time because it was great tunes. So what I decided to do, I've decided to do almost like Gavin's house party. So this is Funk Odyssey Soulfully Funked, but it's kind of in a way nicknamed Gavin's House Party Part 1. And the reason is because he picked some absolutely fantastic tunes, a bit of old school stuff, old school house, bit of acid house, yes. So there's a little bit of that in there, and then basically I'm going to then spin into some of the 80s tracks. One of the tracks that Gavin asked me to play on the day that I didn't, only because it got to the end, and literally we was 2 AM. So I've been DJing from, 7:30, and it was 2 AM. And basically Gav wanted Orange Juice Jones. Now that is in this set. So basically, believe it or not, it was queued up to go, but we got told we had to like come off because it was 2 AM and the party would have carried on. So very cool, awesome, and that is in the set. So Orange Juice Jones is in there, The Rain, and I'm sure he's going to do the usual when he hears it tune. So fantastic. Looking forward to playing the set tonight. It's a mixture of there's about 28 tracks in there. There's a lot of tracks in there squeezed into 2 hours, because there's a couple of short sharp ones, a couple of stuff from the 90s. So what I've done is I've taken snippets of the sets that I did in the chunks, and what I'm going to do is in part 2, which will be in 3 weeks time, maybe 4 weeks time now, because I'm actually away next week. I'll be playing it then. So yeah, so that's 8 till 10 tonight. Dubsy, remember, is on holiday, so bless him, he is off having a rest, and no doubt we'll be tuning in and chilling. So much love to you, fella. I hope you are resting up and relaxing and so on. What else is there? Yeah, and of course Stacey B will be on after me at... Will he? Is it tonight? Maybe. I'll have to find out. I think he is. Stacey said that he is on. But I know Stacey B's away. It could be. If not, then it'll be the Rendelmeister. Sorry, I don't know. I just can't remember. But if it isn't anyone, the Autobot will take over and will be controlling the proceedings. So, Thursdays, well, of course, JJ's House of Funky Soulful Grooves is it's compulsory listening because it cheers you up and gives you a great buzz when you're on your way home. Then of course there is the Love Doctor himself, Martin Shaw, with the Soul Sessions, with a bit of Flier in there, maybe squeezed in for good measure, between 8 and 10. Then the lovely Chunky Soul Boy. Will he be plastering? Will he be fitting windows? The man is a DIY legend at the moment. You know what? That Tommy bloke, forget it. It's Scott Saville. Oh yes, get Scotty round to sort your house out. It's Scotty SOS. There you go. DIY SOS, and the SOS is Scotty is in there somewhere. All right, so there you go. Scotty SOS will be on from 10 till midnight. Friday, of course, where we normally kickstart with the lovely Dubsy. Dubsy is on. He'll be on in a couple of weeks' time, we hope. But it'll be Autobot right the way through. And then the Rendelmeister is in the place. So Rendell is taking up a regular slot on Friday. He's now taken over from Connie at the Water Lounge. I think Connie at the Water Lounge is occasional. They're going to be in there every now and then, but I'll let the Soul City Grooves management team keep you updated on that. And then Saturdays, well, that is the day of awesomeness. Now, there may be a bit of difficulty here, because David RB and myself, we are visiting a book launch for Masters of the Airwaves. I'll mention it on air tonight about it, because it is a big deal. I've been blessed. I've been invited by Lindsay Wesker, so has David, and it is it's an amazing. It's going to be amazing because it's basically looking at the pirate radio scene in London and across, and also the spread of black music across London and the broadcast, bringing some of the vibes that weren't heard in the 80s, early 80s, 90s. Well, I say 80s, but predominantly. And the book is, if you get a chance to look it up, Google it. It's Masters of the Airwaves. It's a fantastic book. It's well worth it. It is a big chunky price, but it's a big chunky book. And there's a lot of info going in there from the legend that is Lindsay Wesker, and of course the legend that is Mr. Mastermind Dave VJ, or Secret Squirrel. So I will be also mentioning to Dave that we were supposed to be on air and give him a stick, but of course we can't be because we're at this venue. So I think that that DJ Isis will be doing her thing between 5 and 7 o'clock. Between 7 and 10, maybe Autobot, might be a guest selector. At the moment, what we'll do is, I'll suggest what you do is go onto the Soul City Goose page or ping up Crown Jewels or Martin Shaw and give them a ping to see who's on. If not, just tune in and chill out. On Sunday, of course, well, we have none other than the DJ Legend 18. He will be in from the Soul Council doing his thing between 2 and 4 o'clock. And then from 7 till 9 will be the legend that is the Doctor himself. Yes, the Doctor's surgery will be open for the all-new Essex Funkers show with Professor Les Knott. Yes, he's gone up in his doctorship now because of his Professor Funkiness. He will be now Professor Les Knott. And the doors will be open between 7 and 9 for the all-new Essex Funkers show. And then we hand it back to the autopilot. It's holes this week, only because of DJs taking time out, but that essentially is what the Autobot is for. And essentially they fill in what we can't fill, which is great. But what we do tend to do is, as well, we put in surprise guest selectors. So let's see who it could be this week. So people, Marky Pete in the Funkmobile and the Funky Flyer going that away.